Hey, yo, what's up, good people? Good morning, good morning. Yo, got a message. Somebody else just wrote this, so this didn't come from me, but it hit me. It hit me, and I was like, oh my God, it hit me. It said, you, dang it, what did it say? I don't forgot. It says, hold on, now I gotta go back and figure this shit out. Ooh, gotta go back, gotta figure it out, gotta figure it out. Hopefully, he didn't delete it. It basically was saying, oh, there I go. Ooh, man. It says, you are not a victim. You are a hero being initiated. I don't know why it just hit me. It just touched my spirit. It touched my spirit because, a lot of times we think of ourselves as victims, or not necessarily it's not that we think of ourselves as victims because everybody goes through stuff, all the time. And like last night, well, okay, so this is the thing with me. A lot of times I write stuff on Facebook, but it's most of the time after I don't went through something. And it just hit me. It just hit me, right? It just be like, bam, did that really happen? And so I start thinking to myself, but then I also go through this process, Full Agreements is like one of my books, right? So I go through this process where I start processing things and I'll be like, dang it, how did I attract this to myself? Did I attract this? What about me keeps drawing this same stuff to me, that keeps drawing these situations to me? Or what am I putting out, or what am I, just doing, And sometimes I do that all the time. Like I would check myself all the time. But then sometimes I'd be like, hold on now. Hold on. Because, you can be all that. You can be all nice and nice and nice and you can do this stuff, but sometimes we don't own our power. Sometimes we let our guard down and we let other people just do stuff to us. But most of the time it's because we try to give other people what we want. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you can't do that, especially if your intuition is telling you like their intentions are not the same as yours. Like their intentions are not the same. You need to listen. So sometimes I'm so hard on myself because I don't pay attention to my intuition. I let people run over me. And sometimes I let them do it intentionally because I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to let you step on me for a second. Hopefully you go stand up, realize what you're doing, and then get your act together. But then you go into the space and then you start feeling like, dang it, man, like whatever. But my friend Quentin, he posted that thing just morning, that quote, and it was so powerful because I was traveling last night. So I was traveling, and when I'm traveling and when I'm working out, see, that's when shit start hitting me. That's when stuff start coming to me, and I'd be like, oh, what? Because most of the time throughout the day, I'm working with clients, I'm working with people, so I'm always doing stuff, always busy thinking about their life. So sometimes I don't even get a lot of time to think about my life because, by the time I work with so many people, I'll be ready to turn off and go to sleep, right? Or watch Netflix and chill by myself. But it's just so crazy. So when he wrote that, you are not a victim, you are a hero getting initiated, for some reason that really did touch me. And Quentin, I know you're in the group, and I love it. Yeah, I did cut my hair. Hey, how you doing? But I've been cutting my hair, actually. I just was always wearing hats and stuff because I don't like my hair being low. So I had to let it grow a little bit. But that was so crazy. Like, in life, so many times we walk around and we try to figure out, okay, why is this happening to me? And of course, you have people that be like, well, how are you attracting this? You're doing this. And I know that what you put out, you get back, I also understand, too, that sometimes we are not standing in our power. Sometimes we are not owning who we are. Sometimes we are allowing people to make us feel some type of way because we want to make them feel good. It's like I see potential in them. I see good in them. And those people honestly have less than us. They have less experiences. They have less experiences than us. And they're doing less than us. And we're the ones that's doing all of the work, but we want to give them the praise. We want to give them the benefit of the doubt, but we don't want to give it to ourselves as much as we give it to them. And that's what we have to stop doing. We have to stop doing it. You have to be with and around people that inspire you to be better. Because at the end of the day, the stories that people tell and the stories that you continue to listen to will become your reality regardless. I'm tired of counseling and deleting and counseling and deleting and counseling and deleting because I will not hide what God has blessed me with because I don't want to make others around me feel whatever. We can't do that anymore. It is time for us to let our light shine. We are not victims. We are not victims to our circumstances. We are not less than. We are more than. God says you are a conqueror. God says you can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. And I also say, God, we can do all things through the ancestors that have come before us because they paved the way for us to be able to live versus continuing to exist. We don't need to exist no more. Everybody won't like you. Everybody won't accept you. Everybody will not want to ride with you. And that is okay, because those that will ride for you, those that will, matter of fact, I don't need no ride or die. I don't need a ride or die. I don't want nobody to ride or die with me. Because when it's time to elevate, and if I'm not elevating to the level that I need to elevate, then you need to jump ship. If you are not elevating to the level that you need to elevate, then I need to jump ship. It is what it is. It's all about conscious unfoldment, conscious understanding, but also conscious expansion. We can't talk about shit that we're not willing to walk through. We got to be willing to walk through the valley in the shadow of death so that we cannot fear no evil, so that we cannot fear nobody or our own light life. We cannot fear it anymore. No more. We can't fear losing nobody. We can't fear losing, because if I have to lose you to gain myself, I won. If I have to lose you to gain myself, I won. I went to the gym early this morning. And I was thinking about something. I said, man, we take the spiritual for granted, and I take it for granted because it's like part of my life. People look at it and they're like, oh my God, you're just so amazing. You could just do, look, I change people's lives through one word. And I realized there are people out here that make millions off of one idea. And I'm like, oh my gosh, is this too much for an hour? Oh my God, am I charged? No, guess what? Somebody just called me yesterday and they're like, Jonathan, yo, I listened and took your advice, and I checked the person that I just knew that's been working with me for 3 years, that's a lot. 3 years that I trust. They've been working. I looked at them and they, guess what, Jonathan? You was right. They stole $100,000 from me. $100,000. So that let me know, shit, my value really is $100,000. You know what I'm saying? But it's so crazy. Like, you're not a victim. You're not a victim. You're not a victim. But you give too much credit to other people and not enough to yourself. You give too much credit to them and not enough to yourself. You caring about what they got going. You caring about what they doing. You caring about what's happening with them. And you not even caring or trusting or enhancing or just really not even motivating, because to motivate means to make a choice. Just damn shit, just make a choice. You know what I'm saying? We have to start standing up, and I have to start really walking what I talk, because I talk all the time, but I still give those that are close to me the benefit of the doubt. People outside of my circle can never affect me the way that my circle can. That's why I'm very critical about who I allow in my circle. So just because I'm nice don't necessarily mean I'm your friend, you know? And that's not, I'm not saying that in a mean way, like I'm not people's friends because I like people, you know what I'm saying? But I think sometimes people take niceness for granted. You know, just because I'm nice to you does not mean you don't have to value me. You know, so, and that's like the thing that people have the biggest issue with, is that just because somebody's nice to you, they think, oh, I don't have to value them. They nice. They just want to help me. No, that means now you need to respect them more, because now they're giving you their hand and they're giving you a part of them as well, their personality. They're giving you pieces of them. People take niceness for granted. We don't have no time for that no more. No more. You will. You will. You will. And that's what you have to say to yourself in the mirror. You will respect me to yourself. Because sometimes we got to talk to ourselves. Sometimes we have to talk to ourselves. And sometimes we have to respect ourselves enough to walk away from situations that don't serve our highest and greatest good. That don't serve our highest and greatest good. Sometimes you need to, not sometimes, shit, all the time, you need to look at yourself and you need to say, stand up. You know, and that's why I love that Maya Angelou, her poem is Shall I Rise? I don't know the whole poem, but Shall I Rise? That poem really means a lot to me, because it's like, dang it, man. So many people have paved the way, and sometimes even for myself, I can sit and I could think. And like I said, I could take things for granted, and that's not always the best thing. Mom, if you gotta walk back there, you can walk. I'm just on live. They can see you. You want to talk, Mama? You want to come talk, Mama? Say hello to the kids. Hey, kids, how you doing? But it's just about doing what we got to do. So again, you're not a victim. You're a hero that's being initiated. But through the process of being initiated, you got to go through your pain. You got to learn how to use your pain and make it become your weapon. Your pain should be your weapon. Your pain should be your tool for execution. Your pain should fuel your purpose. You should say, oh my God, I'm going through so much pain. I'm going through so much hurt. Oh my God, people have hurt me. People have done this. People have done that. So let me show and be the example of what a true, unconditional, loving, trustworthy, loyal, loving, good-hearted, integritous. No, I made that up. Integrity. No, I don't know the right word. Integrity. What is it? Aisha, look, she the professor. Anyway, person I can be. Let me now be the example. Let me be the example. Let me take every last dart. Let me take every last knife that people have put in me and let me now use it to be an example, to be a better person, to live a better life, to do things the right way. Versus looking down and talking about, oh, my life is so messed up. Everybody wants to hurt me. Everybody wants to do this. Everybody. No. Let's use what some other, well, no, let me say it like this. Let's use what others try to use against us, what others try to use to kill us, to lift us up, to make us better. You're not a victim. You're a hero being initiated. You're not a victim. You know? So, a lot of times people are like, I always, and let me tell you this too. I love writing crazy stuff online because that's when you really find out who's really watching you. Because, when you post positive stuff, don't nobody ever say nothing. But when you post negative stuff, everybody come out. They be like, oh, Jonathan, I'm your friend. I'm loyal to you. And I want to talk to you. And I want to just make sure you're okay. I don't need you to make sure I'm okay. I'm good. So it's so crazy because people always want to ride. No, I'm not going to say always. All right, I'm not going to say all people because I think that's a generalization. But a lot of times you have individuals that are leeching off of you and don't even realize they're leeching off of you. And they're looking at you and they're watching you and they're looking at you because if you're down, that gives them permission to live. Sometimes people need another person's, they need to see another person's downfall so they can feel better about whatever their existence or whatever is happening within their existence, not their life, their existence at that moment. Misery loves company and misery always follows deceit, fear, chaos. It always follows. Misery loves company. And it's like, how can I get out of misery? You have to understand everything originates from a spiritual plane of existence. Okay? But the spiritual. Then it comes down, it trickles down, right? To the mental. Then it trickles down, right? And it comes to the emotional. And see, this is what the problem is, because depending on where you are emotionally will determine what you're about to do physically. Will you get the job done or will you not get the job done? And then it comes to physical. Now it's physical manifestation. All right. So I could break down the different hermetic laws. I could break down the law of attraction. I could break down so many different things. Value. That's why I'm going to start yelling. I'm going to stop yelling gems. I don't even yell gems, but I'm going to start yelling gems, value, because this is not stuff that I read in a book. This is stuff I live. This is stuff that my consciousness has taught me through my existence, through my life, through my experiences. I don't need to read something that I live because I am it. I don't have to throw theory at you because I can throw experiences at you. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can talk. So, we can do so much. But anyway, let's go back to this. So, people they think that things originate from the physical. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's why when things are not working out physically, we go back mentally. We check what's going on, what's happening. We start doing an assessment and evaluation of our life because we have to check our thought, check our actions, check what we did or did not do, check the promises of God to see why is stuff not happening? Why is it not happening? Why is it not working? What's wrong? That's why. When something is physically going wrong, you don't just look around and like your life like, oh my God, okay, why? No, you go in to your mind. Some people do. Some people ain't right. Some people are touched, but that's okay. I don't think none of y'all are touched. Oops. I don't think none of y'all are touched. Well, maybe I'm wrong too with that. But this is the thing, you know what I'm saying? So you have to understand the mental process. You have to understand the mental process in which you live, in which you walk, in which you work, because people will sell you belief in yourself. They're not selling you power. A lot of times you got people, oh, I'm doing this ritual, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. No, you're using your own energy to create your own reality. There are certain people that got some ashe, they got some power, that really have an anointing that can really go in the spirit to really transform stuff for you. Because when a person really works for you, it's continuous. It's not a one-time thing. See, individuals that really have ashe, that really have power, they activate you to be able to use what you have to do what you need to do. They give you activation. They don't do it for you. Understand there is a difference. You have people that spiritually window shop with you. They sell you this vision, but they can never go in and purchase something for you. Understand the difference. You have people that will awaken you. People will awaken you, but they cannot lead you. You better make sure when a person awakens you spiritually, emotionally, mentally, that they can lead you to where you need to be. Destiny-wise, salvation-wise, soul-wise. Because if somebody awakens you, you better make sure they know how to take care of your soul and your salvation, because you're so focused on fixing your life here. But what happens when this physical body dies? When this physical body dies, what happens? You so big on fixing your life, you better worry about your salvation. Not your salvation like the traditional Christian sense, not all of that. I'm just talking about where your spirit is going after here. Yes, it's going to send to the spiritual realm, but some people might get stuck in the astral realm. Some people might get stuck here. You so grounded in fixing your life here and doing this witchcraft, doing spells, doing this, doing that, manipulating stuff. Remember, whatever you manipulate, energy has to be moved from one place to another. So if you some of y'all, like I had somebody came to me for a reading the other day, and their health is all over the place. I'm like, okay. So you're like, Jonathan, I don't know what's going on. The doctors can't find nothing, but I just keep getting sick. I just have this stuff. So I open up. I say, okay, look, I got to do a reading because this is too much work. We go have to call the spirits. I'm going to call them. Call the spirits. The person was getting spell work and stuff from other people for money. Doing witchcraft for money and doing stuff. And again, I'm not against people. You do what you do. I don't want to make it seem judgmental. This is just my experiences. This is what I choose to talk about. Well, shit, this is my group. I can say what I want to say. Anyway, they getting stuff from other people. They doing stuff with other people. And you have to understand. So the energy that they did and they used to call for money, instead of just going to God, using the universal laws, they have to use this other stuff. And sometimes other stuff is necessary. Okay. So let me say that. Instead of them doing it the right way, they now pulled energy from their life force, instead of God or the universal energy. They pulled energy from their life force to manifest something else. So what's the point of having money if you don't have no life? If you about to die, who cares if you got $1 million in the bank? Because ain't nobody else gonna have it. Nobody else is gonna have it. You have to understand. So this is what a lot of practitioners and people that just read books don't understand. If you don't know how to do things the proper way, if you don't know how to operate within the spirit realm, you are operating within the spirit realm illegally. If you don't know the difference between the lower realm, the mental realm, the astral realm, the higher realm, you don't know if you pulling from you or if you pulling from what. You don't know who or what you're making an agreement with. A lot of people are making commitments and making covenants and doing all of this stuff, whatever they're doing, oaths with stuff that they don't even know. Oh, but it's an angel. No, they ain't an angel, that's Satan. Mom, you about ready? No, you can. I don't care. It's your house. It's your house, girl. This is your house. I'll be back in my house soon. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so God bless America. I had to go take my mama, but she need to go. So I'm about to get off. But I really just was inspired because when I saw that quote, I got really inspired. And so I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not a victim. I'm a hero being initiated. Mama said it. I'm not a victim. I'm a hero being initiated. Yell it. Man, hold on. Now you gonna make me forget. I am not a victim. I'm a hero being initiated. She ain't no help. Anyway, so yeah, man, people. Understand what you do. Understand where I just understand, really pay attention. It ain't always about, because sometimes, look, anybody can tell you that I work with can tell you. Sometimes I talk to them and work with them. It don't feel good all the time. A lot of y'all see me joking and playing and doing all of this stuff, but when it's time to work, it don't feel good all the time. It don't. And it's not because I'm making them feel bad, but what is in them and what's trying to hide, how it has to now come up and come out. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm getting distracted now because my mom was pouring ice and stuff, but I'm about to go. But I love y'all though, you know what I'm saying? So just remember, I want everybody to post, dang it, what did I say? I am not a victim. I am a hero. Being eating shit. I like that. I'm about to steal that, Quinn, and get a shirt. Oh, my friend. I just gave him, I said his name. A lot of people steal my stuff and don't give me credit, but still, I don't care. I give credit where it's due. So anyway, but if you want to steal it, please, y'all, shout me out. I need some more followers on Instagram. Anyway, thank y'all. Love y'all. Bye.